Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. Why don't we, today, at the very start, go through all of the various spells and sort of see what is worth crafting? Because many of you pointed out that if we got, like, the Druid spell, for example, that, I think it's just called Fertile Ground, that would allow us to deal with some of our food-related issues. I've also done some other stuff related to sort of assigning meals. I'll show that in a second. First thing I want to do, though, is go through and sort of see what is worth getting. So I started at the bottom, and it's mostly just fighter skills, which I've basically safely ignored. It's only really galley worth teaching those two for the time being. And it's enchanters, so obviously we've got very few of these. Druid spell we've already made there. So this is where it starts getting a bit more relevant. So we've got things, arcane spell gateway. Now that is generic, so we can teach that to anybody. So it says there, a fold reality in order to open a temporary window between two colonies. So that would be really, really cool if you had a multiple base setup. So a few different ones, each with an arcane mage, because it is temporary, but getting between them back and forth would be kind of fun. That would be kind of an interesting idea. We've got blood mage spell, blood moon. Now I don't really know how the blood mages work, so I want to get a bit more practice, find out how the mechanics of those work before we really get too deep into that stuff. I have the storm. Okay, here we are. Raw fury of a lightning storm into a small sphere and project it along a set path. Hadouken me, but brother, that sounds really fun. Okay, we go for that one. We've got Blizzard. Teach an ice mage how to call for the blizzard to bury your foes in a hail of ice and snow. Sure. I mean, it's all Devil's Strand, you got to bear in mind, so we're not going to be able to... What I'll do is I'll queue up a lot of them. We'll set one for Devil's Strand related spells, one for regular spells. We'll queue up a load of them, and then we'll rearrange them depending on how important we think they are. So we got this one here, Battle Him, right? We can actually make the Bard somewhat useful. What does that do? Just says, teach the Bard how to perform and battle him. Let's go to the Bard then and see what we can do with that. Wow, and which one is our Bard again? Is that... Don't tell me Worcester sauce? There we go. Okay, I've got to try and remember which name goes to which class here. So, Battle Him. Every verse consumes an additional 9% mana. That's fine, because we've already been putting points into Spirit anyway. It's got 6 points available, so if you want to do it now's probably the best time to do it. We'll bolster the combat power of allies. That's very generic, isn't it? Has a small chance to cause inspirations. Oh, very nice. That will further boost combat abilities. I would love to know the actual mathematics specifics behind that, rather than just saying boost combat abilities, because we don't know if that's really worthwhile. Let me go through a few, and then I'll just give a sort of general overview at the end of it, rather than go through every single spell. So all of these spells that I've queued up actually do cost Devil Strands. So we've got Eye of the Storm, that's obviously the Lightning Ultimate, the Ice Ultimate there. We've got the Druid spell, Fertile Lands. That one sounds like it could be very, very good, especially if we can just target and cast it over quite a large area. If it's permanent as well, it doesn't really indicate whether it is or whether it will fade away. I assume it'll be permanent. Maybe it just replaces regular dirt with sort of rich soil or something like that. Just this blessing area of land with fertile growth. So, hey, that sounds also quite useful. Now, this one, the Mage Spell Summon Minions could be ridiculously good. Bearing in mind that we've got one summoner right now, and thanks to those... Hang on, Sweetsy is the summoner. Thanks to those minions, we basically no longer have to do cleaning, we no longer have to do hauling, and they can deal with a lot of the battlefield stuff. They can get all the corpses out there, so we're not seeing loads of rotten corpses and being sad about that. Now, imagine if we could do that times, what, like, 10 people? Or, obviously, another 9 people, because Sweetsy already has it. That's really, really, really strong. That's, like, crazy powerful. Now, a lot of them are going to have it kind of crappy. Adoring Fank and some of the slightly stronger ones, because, of course, he is a Mage Wanderer. That could be quite fun, I think, giving everybody a summon minion. But the issue with the summon minion spell still costs Devil Strand, so I'm not sure how many we can afford here. It's 140. So the question is, would it be better to give everybody sort of an army of minions? Bear in mind, the minions can also do combat damage as well. They would take a lot of heat on us if we had a... the mages from Capital Law turn up. Just being able to summon an army of minions to soak up all of their fire, or the ring fire especially, could be fantastic. I'm not sure how to prioritize this. We've got things like Magic Shield, we've got another ultimate there for our other fire mage. Hang on, our other fire mage died, didn't they? Yes, they did. Okay, never mind then. Summon Poppy is the summoner ultimate ability. That's very, very powerful. Summons a swarm of basically explosive rabbits is probably the best way I can describe it. I think, in order of importance, let's put Fertile Lands at the top. Mana Shield would be fantastic, again, for the same reason that you'd be able to deflect some of the magical rings that Capital Law turn up with. I think we'll go Fertile Lands. I know how good the Poppy are, so I'm going to put those. Eye of the Storm sounds good. I'm not sure about Blizzard. I think I'm going to do it like that, and maybe just get a few of... Actually, no. Let's get Blizzard done first, and then we'll get just a load of minion spells turned out. We need another 9 of those. And then Mana Shield, we'll see how good that is. We'll test the one. We already know how good Summon Minion is. I think that's a pretty good order. So we're going to start with the thing that will stop our people starving to death, and then move on to the other ultimate abilities. Speaking of things that I think will stop our people starving to death, or at least in this way will help us kind of avoid them eating all the food before we can cook it up, I've changed the meal plan here from lavish meals. So what we've got instead is They are restricted to meals. They are forbidden from all raw food besides berries, insect jelly, and milk, because, of course, you can eat that without having to worry about it. I've taken away hay and kibble and whatever else. Apparently, mashed manna is bitter and unappetizing, so I thought I'd cancel that one as well. I've also forbidden corpses, so no more digging up our old colonists and trying to eat their feet for sustenance. Now, this could run the risk of, in a particularly harsh winter, if there's no food at all, people just starving to death. Particularly some of our cooks aren't able to cook in time. It might be the difference between life and death, at which point I'll just change the bill if it gets that desperate, which I hope it never will. Otherwise, we've probably got bigger things to worry about there. But to be honest, I think that should absolutely solve a lot of the issues that we had here. So people waiting for food rather than eating raw food and getting food poisoning constantly. That should be quite a nice balance. And of course, we've got so much food being grown right now that we don't really need to worry about that anyway. The smelting jobs and the mining jobs are also in full bore as well. The job list seems perfect the way it is right now. This is ideal. We've got a few people working in the quarry, only like 4 people. You don't want everybody working in the quarry because obviously it's so slow and you get so few resources. It's kind of a waste of time, really. But these guys are churning out. I think they're making, the plated gauntlets. So we almost have enough armor sets for everybody as well. Let's just quickly go to the rack here. So each one is supposed to have a mask, the armor, and then the plated gloves, plated gauntlets. So that one needs some gauntlets. But besides that, the majority of them are done here. I mean, look at this. Some of them still have the archer boots and the full plated boots, but I thought that's probably still fine, isn't it? And we'll slowly upgrade those as we come by here. Yeah, it is genuinely just gauntlets for the most part. We need 3 more bits of plate, apparently. I don't know, I missed those. Maybe they're still wearing them? Olakas Warrior, where's Olakas? He's not wearing it. Okay, so I'll queue up for 3 more of those, but then everybody has their own armor set as well, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Actually, we might have made too many gauntlets in hindsight. It doesn't really matter too much. So everybody's got an armor set now. I think we are well into very much every upgrade we can give them. So now we probably want to move on to things like enchanting and maybe considering more magic-specific stuff. So giving the mages things like, oh, shit. Wait, a prison break with what, 1 person? Really? Wow. So things like making specifically arcane robes and giving those the bonuses to, rather than offer them ultimate defense, sort of keeping them quite far behind lines, but to just keep firing out spells constantly, like really powerful spells as well. Might want to start looking into that soon, but we'll have to do a bit more research first. Speaking of which, Elrang, do us a favor. We seem to have a bit of a prison break. Let's just go body block the door. This is a monk, so we definitely do not want to get into melee combat with them in hindsight. Let's back off. Let's go ahead and shoot down a firebolt. The minion's going to distract them. Very nice. Let's just get a fireball down there. Great miss. That's it. Light the strawberries on fire. Not an issue. Just be very careful. We don't want to get into we don't want to get into melee combat with this guy, but we could go for a lullaby. Maybe capture them while they're downed. Okay, they are just about to come in here. Okay, be careful. Oh, they're on fire. Excellent shot. Okay, there we go. Right, come out. Let's hit them with a lullaby and see if we can just carry them straight back. Please don't light the damn strawberries on fire. It didn't work. Interesting. Actually didn't work that time. Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll just sort of wait for them to weaken up a little bit here. The minions are all just after him anyway, so this should be fairly easy. I'm hoping the minions will batter him without doing any permanent damage here. Alon, can I get you to put out the strawberries before this gets out of hand? There we go, immediately downed. Right, go and capture them there. Yeah, this is not looking good for the whole strawberry field thing, huh? Let's get that done very quickly. Thank you very much. Okay, nothing to worry about. So all we've got in our prison now is a monk and then an arcane mage. I don't actually remember what the arcane mages do. I feel like they're just sort of generic mages, but not quite as generic as the Wanderer. So they're very good at sort of all-round magic. I think they can do weird stuff like blink and heal still. I honestly don't remember at all, so it's going to be interesting to get those guys recruited. They're not quite as complex as the Blood Mage from what I remember. Again, I have really no idea where to even start with the Blood Mage. To be honest, I think we're in such a good position now with food and with everything sort of going smoothly. I think for the first time ever, actually all but one of our lanterns there. Oh, we're actually missing quite a few still. Wow, that's kind of surprising given how frequently people are working in the quarry now. These coal chunks are just so difficult. I don't think they provide much fuel. That's the issue. So by the time we finish topping up all the lamps, another one runs out of fuel. So it does take quite a long time here. So what I want to do is actually restart the research. That was a point I was going to make there. So let's go ahead and put Galley and a Dorian fan back on. What do we research right now? Arcane artifacts. That's absolutely fine. I want to get all of this dealt with. What do you think by the end of today? That might be a little bit too generous, but I'm honestly going to give it a go. Oh, speak of the devil, he shall appear. Worcester Source asked Zincrana to join. Zincrana, you will need an official Elrang Galley colony name. What is the... Oh, wait, are you a warlock? I thought he was an arcane... Wait, he's a succubus? I could have sworn you were an arcane mage. Oh. To be honest, one of the names we had in the bank could not be any more perfect for this succubus. We have Loner Hole, which works on multiple levels. The more I think about it, the better it gets. So is this just this is just Warlock, but instead of their ultimate ability, they have something called Scorn. Using her demonic powers to transform into a winged demon, launching herself towards a distant location to crush her foes in a torrent of dark fury. Interesting. Besides that, though, I believe it's identical to the Warlock class. The Heart of Darkness, the Shadow Command, the Beckoning Shadow, I believe are all the same. So, Warlocks are really interesting in that they... Well, I guess Succubus as well. Soul Link allows you to basically boost somebody who you bond with. So, this will allow us to give all sorts of, I guess, consciousness, movement buffs, whatever. The one thing I find is cool is Heart of Darkness. So, this is a physical... Well, I say physical attack. It's a long-range attack that does physical damage. However, it also does mental damage too. So it will potentially bring about... I think it gives them, like, fear and things like that. I think we've seen it before. I think we mimicked it from someone ages ago, but it is a very cool ability. I'm going to start with that one because any more long-range abilities, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely fantastic to go along with our already cacophony of shit that we're throwing at our enemies, the poor things. Right, what else have we got lined up here? Loner Hole, I need you to attack. I need you to be on full-blown knight. Everything else, though, I think is pretty good. Should we set it to crossbow? I say crossbow, it's just elephant bow. Have we got any more? Oh, we got loads of elephant bows as well. My god, they are trying to smelt this down, by the way. That's where we're getting all this bloody steel from, is that we've got someone basically constantly smelting all these weapons and shit down that we've got lying around. We need to get rid of some of these recurve bows. Can we break them down, or will I just have to destroy them fully? Make crossbow. You're alright. I think we're a bit past that at this stage, Make the Goblin's Throne. Still love to do that. Disassemble weapon. Can we not disassemble recurve bows? We can't. Here's what I'm thinking then. Let's just leave those out to rot. We can't do anything with them, and they're just taking up room in the treasury. So I think we'll just stick them out here along with the corpses. Let's go weapons, range weapons, and then recurve bow. And then I'll go ahead and take them out of the stockpile as well, because it is just wasting space, and we really can't do anything with them. But we've got so many as well. So if you're wondering, what was I talking about with the sort of specialized mage gear? I didn't really remember too many of the specifics behind it. It's like Helm of the Paragon, but that's all I can remember off the top of my head. If we go to this, of all things, the Fueled Smithy is apparently where you craft some of it. We've got things like Wand of Fire, Wand of Ice, Wand of Lightning, which are obviously quite good for long-ranged mage weaponry. We've got Staff of the Defender, which, God knows what that does. Max energy. Oh my god, it gives 30% max energy, 20% energy regen, and 20% arcane resistance. Also gives an ability, Arcane Barrier. Wow. We got the Staff of Blazing Power. I remember that thing being really, really, really powerful. Like consistent fireballs, basically very similar to Elrang's base firebolt, but multiple times. We've got things like Ancient Mail, Armor of the Valiant, Helm of the Valiant, Paragon's Helm. These things, I believe Armor of the Valiant is better for fighters. So we've got class XP gain plus 10%, energy cost minus 10% as well, gives melee hit chance, weird things like that. Helm of the Valiant obviously being the same thing. Then we've got Ancient Mail that gives some just crazy bonus stuff. What is that? Augmented by an Arcane Spectre, 50% chance to deal 20% bonus damage. Wow. Look at that. It's armor, but it's meant for mages too. So there's a lot of really, really cool stuff. This is all very endgame level, much more beyond the arcane. Oh, sorry, not even the arcane, the royal plate that we've got right now. This is it. This is what we want for like Elrang and Gali. Eventually making Gali the armor of the Valiant would be cool, and making Elrang the Paragon's helmet and Ancient Mail might be something we would really try and strive for too. There's also Thrombo axes and Thrombos, which are the upgraded version of the Elephant Bow and Elephant Axe. Didn't we kill some Thrombos? We do have 2 Thrombo horns. Holy fuck, hang on. Thrombo axe requires 2 Thrombo horns, or the Thrombo requires 1. So the question is, do we make 2 Thrombos, or do we make 1 Thrombo axe? Wow. I mean, it's quite expensive, isn't it? 200 steel, 50 wood, 50 jade, 20 silver, 200 unrefined magicite. That's quite expensive for 2 Thrombo horns. It gives 10% energy boost, 20% damage boost, and 30% arcane resistance compared to an elephant spear, which is what I want to check very briefly. We'll have to go to the gear tab, unfortunately. That's quite annoying. Right, let's take a look here. That gives 10% energy, 10% damage boost, so it is quite significant. You've got to bear in mind it's also a raw DPS boost as well. The axe itself does extra damage on top of the other... Wow. I feel like the Thrombos are a bit more useful, though. Oh, it's minus 20% class XP gain. Really? The effect does have a tendency to dilute the user's own capacity. It does say there. Ability cooldown minus 10%, which is only a good thing. Wait, if the cooldown is minus 10%, maybe that takes longer. That's a weird way to phrase it. And then class XP gain. Oh, I feel like we shouldn't even bother with that. I want to make the Staff of Blazing Power. That sounds awesome. Make me a Thrombo Axe, make me a Staff of Blazing Power. The Staff of Blazing Power is just better for all of our mages. Better than, well, to be honest, it would be better than the Thrombos full stop, in my opinion. Look at that. The damage boost 40%. That's on top. That's not the staff itself. That's the mage abilities. So, actually, to be honest, that's any ability. So, even with... actually, I guess it probably wouldn't work with Phase Strike. But any fighter abilities that would, in theory, affect. So, that's very, very powerful. Oh, no. Don't do that. That's a lot. Wow, okay. I might even wake them up to force prioritize that, because that's going to get quite annoying. Cut all blighted plants. Let's get Elrang and Galley to deal with that basically right now, because that's seriously going to get out of hand otherwise. Force cutting those. Let's up the radius as well to make sure they're both covering the whole area, just in case one finishes earlier than the other. Shit, that's really bad. We're probably going to have to do it again, obviously, before they finish, just to make sure that that is everything cut. Wow, that sucks. Right, are we good? No need blind plants. Okay. I'm glad I dealt with that when we did, because that could have really gotten out of hand, given that we've got so many bloody crops. Especially a lot that are quite close to being grown as well. Like how's the heal root doing? 80%. Nice. Then we can finally use Darralee's ability after all this time. So we're missing 2 sets of plate armor. I'm just going to get them to equip it all now, because we never know how powerful this next raid is going to be, huh? Right, let's go ahead and get everything equipped from armor rack. That's really nice. The fact that we're only missing 2 more is quite cool. Right, there we go. Takes a long time for some of these guys to get the stuff equipped, huh? Who's not equipped their stuff? Galley, why didn't you equip? Go on. Oh, probably because she blinked and I believe it interrupted it. Right, there we go. And then we're also waiting on a Adoring Fan. Adoring Fan, why did you not get it equipped? I don't think you can even blink, can you? Adoring Fan? Definitely can blink. Oh, he's already got stuff equipped, though. Oh, okay. That's odd. Right, so Adoring Fan actually needs to equip from the armor rack. Shit, sorry, this is going to get quite confusing. It looks like some people were already wearing plate armor. Right, okay, get that equipped. There we go. And then what's on the rack now? So now we'll get someone else to come and equip this shit off the rack. So we'll get you to equip. Can I get you to equip from? Or not? Oh, God damn. Sometimes the armor racks work really well, and sometimes they really don't. There we go. Equip from armor rack. That should be forced. And we've got one more set of armor there we can give away. Doesn't quite have the helmet. Doesn't matter too much again. This would just be forced gear. So we'll force equip the ranger with that. That should be Elrang's casual clothes or something like Crispy Chicken's casual clothes. It's gone a little bit fucked up. Don't worry about it too much. Right, equip from that one. And then we'll draft them all up. There we go. Okay, cool. So more or less everybody... Actually, I think everybody's got a full set of armor besides Ranger who's wearing the wrong helmet. Look at that. Even the shitty little goblin, which I hate. I absolutely hate it, but we're doing it in memory of Shittle. Right, defensive positions, team. Farty Bum, Ranger, Loner Hole, and Loner Hole is so good at Crispy Chicken and Missing Zones. That's okay. What are we up against? Dark Elves? Definitely Dark Elves. Okay. We've got a Woodsman coming in. It'd be kind of cool to capture a Woodsman. We did have one of those, but I think they starved to death in the Great Food Purge. We've got a Sharpshooter there. Interesting. And then we've also got another Ice Mage. Oh, shit. Watch out for that. We know that those guys are bugs. We've got to be very careful about how we handle those guys. Might be good to stick down maybe a landmine or something over there. Where are my minions going? Are they going to go and chase them off? To be honest, that's probably not so bad, given that we're still waiting on Ranger. Come on. Get to your position. To be fair, they might not have had a defense position. That's my bad. Right, so everybody in position now. Fine. We're going to let the minions just go and throw themselves at the enemy there, try and slow them down. Very nice. Maybe they'll hit each other with their spells. That'd be interesting. Minion is dead. Fine. And now they've just stopped. You know, that was a nice little distraction. Thank you, minions. Right, is everyone in position now? We've got too many. We've got way too many warriors, huh? It's not a big deal. It is a little annoying, though, that we've got this many people. Maybe I should just give some bows and arrows. Maybe that'll work a little bit better. Right, let's also spread our rangers out a little bit more. So I'm going to move you guys down there. Let's get Darralee to this area. Adoring Fan, let's get you moving around. I still want to keep a nice gap between them. Actually, let's move you onto the corner then. Keep a little bit more room. Put you on the diagonal. Actually, I want to kind of avoid putting people on the diagonal because they might be soaking up their powers. I'm not entirely sure. Shit, we've got way too many people now. Damn it. Okay, we'll put another one there. That's fine. You guys stand there too. They're quite far back, right, out of everybody, so that's okay. Right, that's going to be your new starting area. So I'll go ahead and just set those as defensive positions. Boom, there we go. Sweet Tea, I want you to put down a defensive pylon straight away. Let's put that one there, just to act as a nice little distraction. There we go. And let's also put down an explosive if we've got enough mana left. They look impressive, but they don't really seem to do much damage, unfortunately. Right, everyone else then, we kind of know the drill, so we've got to... Oh, they mined through. Huh. I wonder why they did that. Maybe it's because the creature's body blocked them there. That's a little annoying. Oh, fucking really? The minion walked over the fucking landmine. It barely took any damage, though. Alright, well, I guess the landmines are not really good. It'd be probably better to put down multiple defensive pylons instead, you know? Okay, let's do it then. So, let's go Firestorm all in. It might be, if we absolutely annihilate this raid, well, I'm absolutely going to up the difficulty. I think that was top comment on yesterday's episode, actually might be time to up the difficulty, and I do kind of agree. I think we are getting way too strong. Apparently, Lightning Cloud actually stuns them and keeps them in place. So actually, if we're putting down a Firestorm, that in combination with the Lightning Cloud might be very powerful. What else can we do here? Is that basically it? That is basically it. Okay, that'll do. Sure, let's try it out. Go team. So they do get stunned. Now we're just gonna... Oh, look at that. Oh, shit. That's insane. How are they not retreating? I can't believe that. Wow. Holy shit. I don't know if you heard anything I said there. It is very loud, but it's only in that, so I'm not going to adjust the volume just for that bit. Wow. Oh my god, we knocked down the other ice mage. Unbelievable. Good work, team. Did we get the woodsman? Are they still alive somewhere in this mess of bodies? Kind of hard to tell. Can't see them. I don't believe they are. I think we see the icon. So we've got 2 survivors up there. And then I can't believe that. We actually managed to get the ice mage. Go and capture them if you can. I'm sure they're bleeding out in 2 hours. We're going to have to be fucking quick if we want to get that guy alive. Never mind. They just decided to do a fireball and finish him off. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Good work. Okay. Easy raid. In fact, way too easy. So I think we're all in agreement. Time to up the difficulty a little bit. There's actually multiple different ways we can do it now that I think about it. We can adjust the points per wave, which is currently set to like 28. Yeah, 28 threat points increasing per wave. Want to be careful not to overbalance that, otherwise the waves are going to get significantly harder very, very fast. I've put it up to Savage as well on the wave-based survival storyteller. The question is, there's also in Rim of Magic, if I can find it somewhere on this list. Wouldn't it be a shame if it was all alphabetical, huh? The fuck is it? Rimworld of Magic. It's here somewhere. Am I going insane? Is it? Oh, Rimworld? Oh, okay, right, found it. There's also an option here for hard mode, which kind of makes me scared. What does that do? AI hard mode. Do you think we should turn that on? Because, to be honest, the only AI faction that's ever fucking us up is the... It's already got AI, aggressive AI casting turned on. The only thing that is fucking us up with the Rim of Magic mages is the rings. So I'm interested in what this will do. Let's turn that on. I might regret it, but we are now playing in hard mode. And like I said, I've moved him up to Savage as well on the storyteller settings. Merciless, as I recall, was ridiculously powerful, but I think all that does is affect the amount of threat points per wave anyway. I'm not actually sure that does anything besides, as I just showed, the actual Rim of Magic stuff there. Who are you? Oh my god, that's all the people fleeing. I didn't realize there were so many. Shit, I thought there were only 2 survivors, but I guess there were some stragglers hanging all the way back there. I guess we're into... we'll see how strong next raid is. Then we'll determine whether or not that we're in a good place. So all the armor is now fully done. That is everybody equipped. I've set them up some armor racks as well. So everybody has their own armor rack with all of the armor they would need. I think the one exception to that is like whoever owns this one doesn't have a hat. Some of them also have some weird stuff going on where they don't have the armor sets, but we do... They dropped it down rather than putting it on the armor rack. I'm not sure, but we'll deal with that next raid. All we've got to do is force wear it basically for one cycle. So what I'm going to do with Gally then, given that she's just taken apart more weapons, giving us more wood and steel, let's have her working on the scrolls and actually see what we can get here. What I also want to do today is get another gem of arcane insight made so that Petrus and Olakas can also learn some magical powers. Olakas, you... I was going to say don't already have, like, magical gift or anything like that, so it's just a case of making the scroll. She made that out of Devil Strand, you fuck. I think she made... I mean, yeah, obviously she makes it out of Devil Strand, but I think because they use Devil Strand and ingredients, I think she used Devil Strand as all of the ingredients there. I certainly hope that's not the case. Fertile... Oh, no, she does anyway. Okay, that's fine. It has to be on Devil Strand. That's good. I thought she used the Devil Strand as the other ingredients as well. Right, there we are. Druid Spell Fertile Lands. Let's get Daryl to go and read that one, and we'll go and see what this one does. Hopefully. Is that one we can then upgrade? No, it's not. It's just a plain old thing. Okay, let's go and see what that does then. So, what would be best to hit with that to start off with? I guess something in one of these more defensible areas, just in case enemies turn up and do manage to blast them. What's the mana cost on that too? 8.8. Wow, that's actually really good. Sure. Uses up it takes up quite a large area. That's always good to see. Do you want to get right up to the corners there? It's a little bit... I'm going to do that. Okay, sure. Let's give it a go. Boom. What does that do? So just give it... So it doesn't actually affect the fertility of the ground. Just affects the growth rate of the plant there? Oh, that's what it does. So you target an area, and that will use a mana cap, and will in turn confer a growth rate bonus. I see, right, okay. So we want to prioritize what we actually get, right? So I'm going to prioritize absolutely this heal route. I think that's actually the best area we can go for, isn't it? Actually, if we do that, that leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, that leaves 8. If we do that one, that leaves 6. So that would be the best area. Let's hit it there. So all of these should grow a lot faster now. And in theory, we'll have heal route in no time. Oh, interesting. So if we're desperate for food, then we just blast some food with that instead. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I was kind of hoping it was a permanent bonus. It means we've got to do a bit more min-maxing, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Or we made ourselves a mana shield. Was that the only other one we can make then, huh? That's a shame. Let me just double check. Where's Galley gone? Galley? That is it. Wow, okay. So we need way more Devil Strand? Oh, no, we need way more Magicite. Oh, damn, we're out of Magicite again. I think Sweetie the Summoner can get the mana shield. That just makes the most logical sense to me. Let's go grab that one with her. So what does this one do? Let's give it a test. See if it's worth giving a few other mages that. So it just does... Oh, is it a buff on self? Mana shield. That gives... Just says mana shield? I have no idea. It doesn't give us any base numbers, unfortunately. Summons a protected mana... Oh, damage absorption rate is 1 damage to 1 mana. Oh, interesting. That's cool. So, if... Sweetie now were to take 73 damage, she could soak up 73 of it. I wonder if she takes 74, whether or not they use up all 73 and then she takes 1 damage after that. Whether it'll use it up to a point and then go beyond it in terms of damage. I'm not sure. That seems cool, though. That seems like something we maybe should give to her, and I'd rather they take mana damage than obviously die. Hey, there we go. So I wonder if this will allow us to make some more powerful stuff at the smelter as well. I'm not actually sure what this one unlocks, to be honest with you. We seem to have the same stuff from the smeltery. Gem crafting? I have really no idea what that will have unlocked for us there. There's something on here. There's definitely nothing new on this one. Unless it's a whole new... There is a building that I believe we haven't yet unlocked called the Arcane Forge. And that will allow us to, I believe, produce all of this crazy stuff. So maybe we should go ahead and research that. I don't know why you'd be able to research Arcane Forge before that, though, if that makes sense. Well, let's just do it. Let's get it done. It's 1,500 points. That, in turn, will allow us to make... I believe you can also make things like the Thrombo Axe and the armor from that, but there's also stuff like Cloak of the Archmage and all sort of crazy magic-specific bonuses. So we'll try and get that one done next and see if we can get one of those set up today as well. There we go. That's what we're after. 73 herbal medicine means, I think, at long last, we can start regrowing limbs. Arank's missing an entire arm and shoulder. He should be our top priority here. Now, in theory, all it said that we needed was 10 mana potions, which we have. We need... the Seed of Regrowth, which we definitely have. Refrigerated. What the fuck do you mean refrigerated, not frozen? 6 degrees. Are we in a heat wave or something? No, it's just 38 degrees out there. Shit. Right, okay. In that case, let's take a Adoring Fan. I need you, my friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're so close to running out of mana here. Ability cooldown, mana regen, and max mana up by 1%. Let's go Clarity and Focus to start off with. That decreases the mana cost of all abilities. Mana regen... That reduces ability cost, or that's ability power and resistance. I think I'm going to go for this one next. Expanded Mind. Just to give the mana regeneration and the max mana pool so that he can put down another one. Because if all of this food rots, there was no point doing anything that we've done to obviously try and guarantee that we're not going to starve to death this winter. So I'll let him just stand there until he goes up to 22. What are you talking about? 20... Okay, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Boom. Okay. In theory, that should keep the freezer nice and frozen now. Because that's another mana cooler going on there. -3, -2. Granted, people coming in and out with the harvest. That's really what has cooled things down. There we go. Back to -2. Nice. So let's go to our rank. Let's go health and let's go operations. Can we now... Oh, look at that. 90% mana required. Wow. Okay. Whose mana is required, though? That's the question. Do they mean... surely they mean Darrali's, right? But 90% of Darrali's mana. What does that mean? Does that mean that she needs to be up to... I mean, 160 something there, or... I have no idea. Because my question is, what if you got, like, a magic cooler down? Does that count towards you not having the mana? If that makes sense? Let's turn this into a medical room for a start, because, I mean, it's pretty good for that. Go ahead and turn all of those into medical beds, seeing as that's right next to the area where people are going to be taking damage, and it's a nice and clean room as well. Okay, Alrang. See what we can do. Let's see how this works. So, Darrali... Maybe she just does it over time? So maybe she'll use however much mana she's got, and then you'll need to throw another 60 mana at it afterwards, say, for example. Let's give it a go. Let's see if this works. No. The White Cactus Kinship expanded its settlement. That's the goblins, right? So I believe the humans and the goblins have both expanded settlements out. So yeah, we got 2 humans. It was the goblins. So we got Pacer Bluff and the Orange Choco. Brilliant. Absolutely incredible. Let's see what this does then. This is going to be interesting. We need more mana potions, so I really need to start a mana potion production facility. I believe that's Po mana that you use to make that, isn't it? We've got some Cerium. I think that's a step before. We might have to replace some of this corn with Po mana production instead. Might be good for somewhere over here to actually turn that into it. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Like Ambrosia, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's Parasite instead. No, I'm almost certain it's permanent. I honestly don't know. I don't even know if we've got the research to it yet. I'll look up that in a second. First thing I want to do is get this dealt with first. Now it's a heat wave. Fuck me. My God, the temperatures in this area are just unbelievable. Like, they're absolutely insane. We seem to have constant cold snaps, heat waves, no nice middle ground. She no longer... Was inspired surgery. Oh my God, she had inspired surgery as well. That's pretty convenient. Stub? Do we now need to blast him with more mana, or does that just take time to grow, maybe? That also did not use 90%, I'd like to point out. Is that it? Regrown arm stub. I guess we just leave it, and it grows now? Well, let's see. Now, I'm not gonna prioritize Elrang's nose because it's 1 mana potion for each surgery, and we only have 9 more mana potions. It's a real shame that, unfortunately, there's not much we can do about Darrelly there. She has a shattered jaw. Short of getting another druid, there's nothing we can do about that, unless maybe someone can copy her ability. Do we have a mimic still? I don't believe we do. I don't even think that would work either. I'm not sure. Left ear is mounted. Don't really care about ear. Okay, here's a prime example. Dorian Fan's left arm. This is exactly another one we'd want to try and regrow there. Right lung is destroyed. Can we regrow a lung? We can. Wow, okay. Let's get that one done as soon as possible. Maybe they can fuck up the surgery too. You know, it might not be worth going for all this kind of risky stuff. Udric has got right lung and left lung with asthma, so we might want to replace those. Again, I'm going to check the important stuff first. Don't really care about little toes, ears, and noses. Those are just decorations anyway, let's be honest. Left femur is shattered. Right, okay, that definitely needs regrowing. Femur. Right arm. Yes, that's what... No, not... Femur. Where's your femur? I thought it was in your leg. No, that's your arm bone, isn't it? Is that your radius? I don't remember. I thought your femur was your thigh bone, but I guess I might be wrong here. I'm just going to type in... I guess you can't grow it. It's a shattered bone, so I don't think there's even anything we can do for that. Maybe we could regrow a whole new pelvis? Dare I say the cursed word? Maybe a whole new leg? Maybe a whole new leg would do it. Let's try it. Left, I'm just going to type in leg. Regrow a whole left leg. We'll see if that works. It should work. If it doesn't, who fucking knows? Right, big toe. Again, don't care about toes. Hand is another quite important one, so I'm more than happy to grow you. Why don't we just grow a whole new arm rather than just a hand, huh? Let's go right arm. There you go. Because apparently these regrown limbs, when they are fully grown, are better than regular human limbs. Or elf limbs, sorry, in this situation. Goblin, you get fucking nothing. There's barely anything left of this goblin anyway, so he doesn't. There's no point. Hindsight, of all the times to be regrowing this, 4 hours before the raid, terrible idea. Luckily, it doesn't anesthetize them or anything, so we can just draft them up, I think. Or not. Cannot walk. Oh, shit. It does anesthetize them. Okay, then. We no longer have Elrang for this next raid. I mean, there's a chance he might wake up in 3 hours. That's my bad. Now we're going to see... Oh, my fucking God, really? Okay, you rescue him. You go and equip for Armorak. We'll see how this goes. Oh, there we go. He's back up on his feet. Thank God for that. All right. No, not a problem. He's fine. 1 hour left. Okay. Come on. Bring me some mages. Let's see what we've got. Elrang's hungry. You'll have to deal with it. Oh, that's because he's got 150% hunger, isn't it? Right. What have we got? Denizens from the Nephew's Royal Court. We're looking at human knights. Oh, my God. 80 of them. We're in hard mode now. We're in hard mode. To be honest, it doesn't matter whether they send 80 or 1,000. Either way, with enough of the... What the fuck are they doing? Oh, no. Who's got fast little legs? Galley. Where are you? That's my bad. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I've done it. That's the problem. Okay. Let's get you Blink over there. Let's get you Phase Strike the rest of the way. We're all about speed here. Deconstruct that wall. Oh, God. And then run as fast as your little legs will carry you. Run. Thank you. Go. Please leave. Okay, go. And the second she can, we're going to blink her out of there. That way, they should stop smashing down our stuff. Run. Fly, you fool. Target location's out of range. What are you talking about? That was clearly in range. Fly. She's gone. Okay. No. Not even remotely a problem. Okay, that was looking a little bit shifty there. They should start coming through the entrance area. It looks like they've started to do it. It'll take them a little second to realize, hang on, there's somewhere we can go. There we are. Okay, very nice. Same tactic as usual then. Let's go for the lightning cloud. We're going to lightning cloud them on the choke point. So, about here. And then we're going to hit with the firestorm. Well, let's let a few more come through first. Go. There we are. Very nice. And here comes the pain. It's just like... Honestly, it's just a work of art. Look at it. Absolutely fantastic. Just incredible. Takes a long time. Look at that absolute unit. Holy shit, look at that thing. My god, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Right, we're going to have to be very careful about how we deal with that. We're going to have to go old-fashioned. Fire claw the shit out of them. These guys are still knocking down. To be honest, that makes our life easier, because of course they're not coming too close then. Do you want to, like, lullaby, even stun for a second? Actually, genuinely might help. Adoring Fan, what have you got? You have no... We need to give Adoring Fan a long-range magical spell. Get Defensive Pylon. Sorry, I completely forgot to do that. Let's get Defensive Pylon down. Maybe go for 2 if we can afford it. There we go. I think he got a good hit in then. Very nice. Okay, that one will have to wait, I'm afraid. We'll deal with that later. Okay, Elfie McAlface, can you... Okay, you'll just fire out lightning bolts when you're ready to do so. I'm going to leave him to his own devices then. Farty Bum Bum, ice bolts are already going out. That's absolutely fine. Arrow storms are going out from you. What do we do about Udric? I have no idea where to start with the blood, to be honest. I have no idea where to start with the blood. I know that we need to actually fuel him, so I think we do blood sacrifice. And then with higher levels, he can suck up blood off the floor. So not only does he get blood from damaging himself, but he'll actually suck up all this stuff near him. You can sort of see that bar slowly increasing there. Was that the... That was the... People have told me that when that happens, it's land doing it. It's like the... Yeah, that's it. The Thunder Strike. That would make a lot of sense, huh? Right, cool. So what can we do now? Do you have like a blood... I feel like we need to learn like Mystic Claw or something to be able to do some blood magic. Set up a blood shield, and that's about it. Interesting. Okay, let's see what that does. Oh, not sacrifice enough blood to cast a spell. This seems like a risky class to do, you know? Let's do it. Blood shield, I mean, we could put it there. Maybe that'll stop them coming through? I have no idea. Let's try it out. Or not. Okay. Do we have to cast ourselves with it? Maybe we have to cast at a person. Does that work? I have no idea. I have no idea how that works. Hang on. Surrounds the target in a barrier formed by blood of the energy of the caster. Will slowly regenerate from the pawn it's protected. Maybe you have to shoot someone else with it. Let's try it on Worcester sauce. Did that work? Blood shield. Yeah, there we go. Very cool. So I guess it's kind of like the mana shield, but we can cast it on other people then. Interesting. And to be honest, we're doing a lot of damage. To say that we got a little bit distracted there. We're doing a pretty good job. Have they smashed through the wall yet? They still haven't. Oh, they have at the top, but they are still attacking the rest of the walls, which is kind of annoying. Now it's just a regular old firefight. Speaking of firefight, I wonder if we can kill off a few more. Oh, they're coming over there. Let's see if we can hit with that. Let them come a little bit closer. And then we'll try and hit... Yeah, let's do it now before they spread out too much. Well, that's one dead immediately. Ooh, we knocked one down, but unfortunately that was about it. Okay, but we're in for a bit more of a regular party bomber. What the hell do you think you're doing? And Elfie Elf. What the hell are you guys doing? Stop that, stop that, stop that. Also mental magic. Let's go back to your defensive positions. I think they're trying to hit this guy with an ability. Might just accidentally let in the horde there. What are you? Jossie is another summoner by the looks of it. Okay, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Now we might want to start sending in our melee characters to some extent. They are holding the line quite well. Do never open those doors. Ranger, we're gonna argue, my friend. Get back into position. Good shot there. Kill him dead. Nice lightning bolt. Oh, you see Ranger's ability then. Absolutely annihilated this guy over here. The Chi explosion ability is absolutely insane. What we might want to do then, because these guys absolutely cannot be trusted not to move around. Let's send one of our long-range characters over there. One of our long-range characters... Oh, sorry, our melee characters over there. To help defend our long-range characters in case they do manage to break down the doors. I think that's quite a sensible idea for the future. Sweetie, can we get another defensive pylon, please? Thank you very much. Those things are super powerful. There we go, and they're now flaying. Wow, that was a bit more of a... to be honest... That's kind of the difficulty we should expect, right? We still need to micromanage our pawns to some extent. We still got very lucky with some of our big explosive effects, but it wasn't just one firestorm when they won. Now, bear in mind that, but with more mages, for example. That could be quite a difficult raid. I think we found quite a nice balance. It could do with being a little bit harder, but I'm not gonna push it too hard, because all it takes is one tricky raid. Maybe someone's on mental break, and that's it. We're fucked, huh? Nice, good work. I'll let these few little stragglers just run away, and then we'll start putting the fire out. Overall, I think today's been fairly successful, so in between episodes, we'll leave Galley just to get some of our operations done then. Bear in mind, now's the most opportune time, given that we've got quite a while before the next raid turns up. We've got all of the armor done, which is absolutely fantastic. We now need to start looking at this more advanced endgame armor. Tomorrow, we'll get the arcane forge set up, which would be fantastic. There are also things like the magic circle, which allows us to summon some absolutely insane stuff. So, we'll try and look at that very soon. That, I think, is going to be very fun. I actually don't have any experience with that one previously, but I've tested out a little bit in my test save that I've got going on. It seems to be very fun, but I didn't want to spoil the surprise for the series, so we will hopefully check that out tomorrow. I think today has been an absolute success. Well done, team. And, of course, a thank you, as always, to our insane top-tier level patrons for making the series possible. A big thank you to Necrophilin, Harik, Ben Hofflin, Odie, Aiden W, Michael Mullen, William Green, Pelvis Presley, Scott, Chris, Tom Terry 18, Harry McGowan, Alchemia, and everyone else over on the insane top-tier list as well. Much appreciated. Big shout out to these guys for going to that highest insane tier on Patreon. And a big thank you as well to Foosh, Joran de Vries, Alex Bogard, Hupalia. I'm so sorry, I've probably butchered that. Gaz, Buen Gun, Callum McLeod, Zach, Silent Sentinel, Kevin Saunders, Jeebus Crust, Jacob Wolfie, Emerald Beam, and Icy the Great, along with everyone else over at Patreon as well. Big shout out to these guys. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for making the channel possible in the first place. If you haven't yet sent me any names, of course, feel free to throw those at me over Patreon, Discord, or wherever else. If not, I'll start taking a fresh new batch from the comment section again, because some of those were just so good last time. They were all so terrible.